Welcome back to Keeping Hope Alive. I'm Joe Comerford, and you're in for a treat. There are two people in this video, Naomi Bledsoe from Communities That Care Coalition, and Nate Woodard, who's a youth leader at Communities That Care Coalition and the vice chair of the Greenfield Human Rights Commission.
Yeah, I'm Naomi Bledsoe. I'm the Youth Engagement Coordinator at the Communities That Care Coalition, located at the Franklin Regional Council of Governments.
I am Nate Woodard. I'm a senior at Greenfield High School. I'm a youth leader for the Communities That Care Coalition, and I'm interning with Naomi this summer.
I've always been involved in community work, and I've always believed in being part of something bigger than yourself. I fortunately have capacity to give back to our community, and so I consider that a privilege to be able to do my work and also volunteer work within Franklin County. And it doesn't take a lot to be kind. So it could just be as much as saying hi to someone and asking how they are, to, again, doing volunteer work in the community. But also, this is going to sound cheesy, but be the change you wish to see.
What kind of drives me is the people that I see on the street or the youth that I talk to every day. A lot of their opinions are super important in our time right now. And just seeing a lot of adults happy to see youth advocating for them and advocating for what they believe in. Also, being there for my friends and working with my friends is a great opportunity to have.
So I love empowering youth and seeing the confidence build throughout getting to know them and giving them opportunities to step into a leadership role within our community, and seeing them transform and realize, wait, my voice does matter and I do have an impact. And so I also think building community across Franklin County and the North Quabbin has been a really beautiful thing to be part of. So something special about our community here is that there's 9 local high schools, and a few of them are regional, and they're across a big, vast area. And so you would think everyone could be in their silo, but actually this youth leadership program represents youth from all of these schools. So they've built a community amongst the region. And also they've brought together their administrators to build community, because that's the special part about Franklin County, North Quabbin, is that it's rural out here and it is vast, but the collaboration together is really important, right?
I agree with that. I also think it's a lot of the people that are on our leadership team, I would never think I would be friends with them because I'm never near them, never near those other schools. So working together and being around them is very important to me. And just like having fun when it's karaoke night or even disc golf that we're going to have soon, like just having that connection with them and connecting with other youth that I don't talk to is amazing. So.
Right. We do important work together, but we also have fun together because that's how you build connection and build rapport. So we like to find a balance.
A lot of bonding and a lot of trust that we have against all of us.
Yeah, which is important to be an effective group.
Yeah.
So I have 2 parts to this. My future vision for our community is stability, funding, capacity, and connectedness. I think those 4 things collaborated together are incredibly crucial for our county. Franklin County is the poorest region within the Commonwealth, including North Quabbin. And so because of that, I feel as if with more funding to our area and us, having more youth involvement and building connection, we're able to relate to each other more and realize we're all humans at the end of the day, and that will make us soften and be more kind.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I agree too. We go to the conferences, the 84 Project in Boston, and we get to see so many youth all over the Commonwealth fight for what they believe in and what their counties and towns believe in. And our goal is to get more people in Franklin County, get more youth to be involved in our city politics and in our community engagement, and to move them out into those roles in leadership for their voices to be heard. And that is what we're doing every day, frankly, for students and youth all over Franklin County.
I agree. One of my biggest visions, the second part, is that I want more youth programs because it's a social determinant of health. So I would love more youth programs in Franklin County and North Quabbin, a place for youth to do arts and crafts, play games, learn together, and just do pro-social activities and be healthy together and enjoy each other's company. I think that could go a really long way.
Yeah, I think one of my goals, and I've been talking to people around our city, is to make a youth center for youth to come and feel comfortable, and to have tutors for homework, and to have it be youth-led, where there's youth dances and there's interacting with so many people, because we are the generation to come up to, and we want people to understand that our voices do matter in this capacity.
Yeah, definitely. Right, we always say youth are the future, but I always remind everyone youth are our right now. They are capable of making change right now in this moment and using their voice. And so that's definitely something that's important to us.
Yeah.
I feel as if others around us can contribute to making this vision a reality is by understanding the social development model. And that may sound like a big theory that, how do we do that? That sounds like rocket science, but it's really not. It could be as small as a neighbor teaching a young person how to use a lawnmower and then allowing them to use it, right? And supporting them, being like, hey, good job. Thank you so much for helping me with that project, right? That goes a long way. Providing jobs to youth, providing space for youth voice, letting them in and ask questions, and then giving them space to use their abilities, because they're beyond capable. We just need to provide the space as adults. It's our responsibility. And also, another example is creating bigger opportunities for youth, like Joe Comerford's internship program, right? And YouthWorks at Mass Hire has an internship program. So there's wonderful opportunities that are happening, and I would love more of them in our community. And also more awareness and more youth involvement in our day-to-day work in our community.
Yeah, I definitely think like internships, of course. I know I serve on a city board as a youth. I'm the only youth, actually.
What's the city board that you serve on?
I'm the co-chair for the Human Rights Commission in Greenfield. And, like I said, I'm the only youth in our city official board in Greenfield. And to sit there and have their voices be heard from me is important. But I wish we had more. I wish there was more youth sitting on those boards, not just on my commission, but with other commissions. Maybe a youth running for city council, or, being part of something that they can make change.
So I feel as if our legislators are incredibly accessible. I feel seen. Our youth that we've brought out to Boston and DC have felt heard, and that goes a very long way. I see that our legislators are constantly fighting for support for our communities. And my hope for them is that they're taking care of themselves so they can keep fighting for us. Stay hydrated, eat well, take some time off, because we need you.
Go to the beach.
Go to the beach. Well, and what I will say too is, Senator Comerford is one of the most authentic, capable, compassionate politicians. And she's an incredible role model to us, and we're very fortunate to have her. And again, it's just, I have no notes, right? No crumbs. What do the kids say? No crumbs?
No crumbs. Yeah. I think our legislators in Massachusetts are one of the best in the country, frankly. I went and sat with Naomi Bledsoe and Senator Comerford, and my voices was heard. Elizabeth Warren and Ed Murkey from our federal government, their voices was heard. They're fighting every day for democracy and the safety for people all over this country and all over this state. And I think, like Naomi said, taking time for yourself, go put your feet in some water and, have a coffee at the beach or something. And, that taking time for yourself is very important. But also, too, is, like I said, these internships where youth can see you in the action is amazing. And so I thank you all for all the work you guys are doing. And I'm excited to work with you guys more this year as well, and our new youth to see what you guys do in action as well.
One thing I want people to understand about my work is that youth are to not be underestimated. It's as easy as that. Give them the space to show up. I'm repeating myself because I wholeheartely believe it. I've witnessed it in the year and a half I've been in my role. I've worked with youth for about 10 years now in my career. And the youth in this last year and a half have built a leadership program and done incredible work. They've gone above and beyond on every task, every project, small to large, and they've made significant impacts in their schools and in their community as a whole and across the state.
A lot of youth in our schools, including my school, don't feel that their voices are heard, but for what the people, our youth leaders here at the coalition, show them that their voices are heard by going to these conferences, CADCA and the 84, and talking to people all over the country to make problems into solutions. And so I think personally, like I said, just listen to our pitches, listen to our curveballs, because we come with really good ideas, and it takes some work. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't take work, but it does take some work. It takes meetings to sit at.
We're not afraid of hard work.
But we're not afraid of hard work. And I know people out there are not afraid of hard work too. So come and sit, come and listen to some of the conferences, come and attend so you can give us your ideas and we can work on it. The big cuts for our Department of Education, as a student, to not have that is horrific. Our superintendent last year fought for so much, and we don't have her, which is a loss where we are. But we need to fight for the good fight. As John Lewis says, fight for good trouble. And education means everything. People might not like school, but I love school. I go there just for fun. So, on the summer, I just was there yesterday, literally in my marching band shoes, marching with my band teacher. Just school is like my place. I love it there. And for our federal government to cut some things from it and to cut a lot of things like DEI and our healthcare is disheartening, and I'm very, very sad about that.
Yeah, I agree. And to bounce off of that, I feel really concerned about the division and lack of connection. So right now, more than ever, is a really important time to build connection with your neighbors and your community where you feel safe and comfortable to do so. And it doesn't have to be a lot, but it could be starting a new hobby or being a regular at a coffee shop, going to the local library.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a lot of free opportunities out within our community, so taking advantage of those and, telling yourself, okay, maybe I don't feel like socializing for 4 hours, but I could socialize for 1 hour. And that can go a long way to build connection. And also, yes, I agree, funding concerns. So working in substance use prevention and public health, there's major funding concerns right now. And we are seen as not essential. However, we do upstream prevention work. And so that is for long-term improvements in the health and well-being of our community. And it may not happen in the flash of a second,
Right. Yeah.
but it is for improving over time, supporting our youth and families in our community. And the youth leadership program is one way that we are doing that.
Yeah.
But seeing the funding cuts is concerning
Yeah.
for the health and well-being of our community.
Yeah.
So again, not being seen as essential when I feel as if we are is definitely concerning, but that's not stopping us from doing our work and showing up every day, because this work matters and our community matters.
Yeah, like what Naomi said, people don't have to have the same political views to be friends and to sit and talk. I mean, I have different political views with my friends, but I still go on runs with them. I still have conversations with them because they are friends and they are our neighbors and our community members.
Well, I think also building connection breaks down barriers.
Yeah.
So if you're told to not like a certain someone or whatever,
Yeah.
it's like if you just have a conversation with them and you can maybe make a joke or realize, we love the same ice cream. Just building familiarity and building connection, it goes a long way.
Yeah, you meet everybody, to the homeless. You sit and talk to them and have ice cream with them.
Those
fun.
are my people.
To
Love.
The local business owners and sitting and talking about their businesses is very important. And I have fun with it all the time.
Yeah.
Especially going ice cream alley.
Yeah. You can try and ask us a question that gives us anxiety or stresses us out, but we're always going to try and make it positive.
We're always going to make it positive, yes, of course.
The ways that we take care of ourselves and suggestions that we have for other people.
Yeah.
Nate and I love to run.
Oh,
We
yeah.
haven't gone on a run together yet.
We have not, which is a little disappointing.
Yeah, we should change that.
Yeah, we need to do that. I'm a big runner. I do Northampton runs on Tuesdays, and 5Ks is my thing. I'm training right now for a half marathon, cross country runner buddy. Like, if y'all are runners out there, please slide up so you
Hit
guys
us
can
up.
run with us. Yeah,
Yep.
it's a one way. Greenfield has a bocce court to play bocce. I love to play bocce. I like to go do tennis. I like to just sit on put seat and see the whole oversight of town and our city. And bowling, everything that offers movies, ice cream alley, just walking in town and talking to people. Taking time for yourself is the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Swimming, do whatever, just
Unplugging.
Yeah,
Maybe
unplugging.
shut off the news for a couple hours.
Yeah, turn off your phone for a little bit. Go breathe some air.
So I always say movement, water, stay hydrated. Meditation goes a long way. It rewires your brain. There's scientific evidence showing that. And be kind to yourself. Have some quality time with your loved ones. And I play pickleball. We got to get you out on the courts playing pickleball.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I'll beat her.
And also, I don't know. And also, one thing I started reading, I think I've told you, I started reading Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And I'm on book 3, Prisoner of Azkaban. And I love it. I totally escape to the magical world of Harry Potter. So if you have a book or something that you like to read, it's so good to just get away from, day-to-day life.
Yeah, band nerds out there, I play in the community band. That kind of calms me down for a little bit. I play the bass clarinet, and I play in the community band. I play at the Amherst community band too. So fun stuff like that, just chilling out and wear some flip-flops. I finally bought a pair of flip-flops. I don't wear flip-flops, but I finally have a pair.
Are you done rambling?
Yeah. So, yeah, just like I said, take time for yourself. It's very important. And I think one of the things you said is, like, what would you give advice to someone else? Like, never to give up, to continue on your passion, making sure that not only that you're representing your voice, but you're representing your family's voice. I know I've represented my family's voice. I have 2 younger brothers and my parents. So, like, representing them, representing your family, representing your friends, because some people might not know how to represent themselves, but you being the advocate you are, representing them is very important.
So what I feel like is the most prevalent issue, there's 2, but my number 1 is youth mental health. We need youth mental health services. We need beds. We need support systems in place. We need more therapists. We need more therapists in our schools within Franklin County. Youth mental health is in crisis right now, and we need more funding to support our students.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's a lot of traumatic events right now that are going on that are affecting them, and they don't have the supports in place, and we are letting them down big time. On top of that, again, Franklin County is the poorest county in the region. However, we are rich in community and opportunities, and it's beautiful here. However, funding is a major concern.
Yeah.
Funding affects, again, youth mental health. It affects housing, food insecurity, jobs, our education system. And so we need more funding out here. Subtle plug, again, to Joe Comerford and Representative Natalie Blais on pushing and fighting for the rural schools bill.
I agree.
We really, really appreciate you guys fighting for that, to get more funding into our school systems out here and to work on regionalization. Also, it supports schools across the Commonwealth, not just schools within Franklin County, North Quabbin. So it's really important.
Yeah, picking off what Naomi said with budgeting and education, I know Greenfield here, we've lost 19 teachers this year due to the budget cuts. That's half of our district, basically, or mostly half of our district. Our prevalent issue in Franklin County, and specifically Greenfield, is funding. I know we had a tough budget this year for our school and our city, and so I think more funding, and like Naomi said, our Representative Blais and Senator Comerford are fighting for our schools, which is very, very important right now, and I'm fighting with them, and we are fighting with them, I should say, and yeah.
So you can find us online, communities@carecoalition.com. Tons of resources on there. Again, we're located at the Franklin Regional Council of Governments, and our youth leadership program is constantly growing across Franklin County. So we're actually looking for some new youth leaders from Frontier, Pioneer, Turners Falls High School, what other schools, and Athol. So if you're a youth leader that attends any of those schools and you want to be part of this awesome leadership program, find me. My name's Naomi Bledsoe. This is Nate Woodard. And you can join this awesome program. We do a lot of events. We go to the State House and talk on bills. We go to various conferences across the state, and we like to travel and get our word out there. We also have a lot of different projects we work on involving our survey data. So if you take surveys throughout your school year, we receive that data and we use it to inform our work. And so they do some data presentations. You're working on quick kits for youth, and also some upcoming events that we're going to be working on. So stay tuned. Our big policy events, so youth-led policy events created for youth by youth. And then hopefully across the state, there will be some big events too. So we keep people updated on our website.
84 conferences are this year. We're so excited to work with the 84. And those are ways that you guys can also get involved with other coalitions around the state. And and meeting with our state legislators and other state legislators and seeing what they do and talking with them is amazing too.
Yeah, definitely. If you're youth and your town or city has a coalition, find out, join. You should be at that table giving your input on substance use prevention, mental health improvements, and all the things that encompass that. Yeah. So you deserve to be at the table there, just like my dear friend Nate.
Yeah, don't be afraid to join. Go out there and face your challenges.
Mm-hmm. We got this.
Yeah, we got it. We can overcome our challenges. We all got it.
And have fun and eat ice cream along the way.
Yeah, and play pickleball.
And run.
Yes.